Oh my gorgeous Sagittarius, you see, this is quite exciting now. The things are getting rather vibrant in many different ways, in particular when it comes to you, my gorgeous Sagittarius, and in particular when it comes to the actual March. It is not only the beginning of a whole new month for you, my gorgeous sweeties, it's also the beginning of the whole new cycle. This is going to be rather vibrant time of the year for most of the signs, because it's quite beautiful and positive energy going to be about anyway. But most certainly when it comes to you, and when it comes to your energy, and when it comes to your energy's reflection towards everything that's going to be happening around the same time, you know, it's going to be absolutely remarkable when it comes to you. Most certainly by the time we get to the 27th of March, I'm going to talk about what's going to happen before, of course, but the actual 27th of March, for once, it's going to reveal something very important to you when it comes to the major crossroad of your life. You are going to find yourself on the major crossroad of your life, honestly, and it's so important because it's happening at a time when the energy is going to be absolutely perfect, when the whole new cycle is actually going to start, in particular when it comes to you, my gorgeous Sagittarius, but in particular even more the whole new cycle of you making an important decision, okay, making an important start. But I want to say something. What's really important here, my gorgeous Sagittarius, is you need to get this right. Of course you are going to get it right, but I just want to give you a little bit of advice and what can you actually prepare yourself to, in particular when we come to the actual 27th of March 2020. You are going to find yourself on a major crossroad. This is very important to say, and this is very important also to understand that these major crossroads are going to require from you to act as quick as you can. Okay, to be as sharp as you can, and you can be the sharp as you can in a way where you need to act as quick as you possibly can. You must take action in order to resolve certain problems and certain issues that are actually going to manifest at around that time, and they're going to be pretty much so relevant on the 27th of March. Listen to me very carefully. It is not only about the problem and issue that is going to arise on that particular day. It's just the day before and day after, pretty much so going to be relevant to this particular dimension, to this particular situation where you are going to put a little bit of input in and make a certain adjustment. And the way you're going to do this certain adjustment is to make sure that any problem or any issue or any negativity or anything that comes up, you need to sort out. So it's not only the 27th, but it's 26th, 27th and the 28th of March that are going to be pretty much so relevant to this major crossroad. But most certainly the 27th of March in particular, it's going to reveal something to you, a certain revelation. It's going to become a new option, new beginning, new start with unlimited possibilities. But at the same time, it is going to deal with an obstacle that was making certain things difficult for you. You couldn't kind of like expand your mind as like you normally would. You wouldn't be as open-minded because you kind of had a certain barrier when it comes to the certain planning, and this can affect us when we are still kind of held down with unresolved issues from this past, or like unfinished business, or maybe we are just kind of focusing on the certain things in the past that just slowly came to an end, and maybe perhaps we should just look towards different things, open our eyes, open our mind and things further, look further, because something very important it's going to be revealed to you here on the 27th of March 2020. It's so important to take an action to resolve events indeed, and move quickly. It's going to be so important. And also the careful planning is also going to be quite significant. Just remember, the careful planning is also going to be very significant at the same time, and this is going to boil down to the new project, okay? This is going to boil down to something very important when it it comes to achieving your goals, okay? This new project is going to come through as a new option, as a new idea, as a new realization, but most certainly it's going to be absolutely wonderful, because you know you're going to feel like this is something that is going to change you. This is something that is going to be absolutely remarkably important for your own personal development, okay? Absolutely significant time of the year the 27th of March is actually going to bring. On another hand, this is all about your own success, and it's all about your advantage, and it's all about the certain victory that you weren't aware about before, and now you're going to realize also that you're going to find yourself on a rather slightly advanced level, and that in itself is going to be absolutely important, because you're going to know straight away, oh my Lord, the new start is coming, you know, and you will be aware of the fact that you can expect a very, very powerful change here indeed, okay? My name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Saggittarini, and it's for March 2020, so it's for you, my gorgeous Sagittarius, Sagittarini, and it's for March 2020. Look at this, your number in numerology, of course, it's number 22. 22, 22, 22. This is your personal power going to be enhanced. Your personal power, it's going to be doubled up, which means that on another hand, you will be able to project so much throughout this month. It's the return of energy, it's the return of your power, it's the return of creativity. It's wonderful and very sacred time, March is indeed, because it's going to help you to really just do things so vibrantly, and you're going to find yourself achieving so much. And just remember, as more creative you are, the more powerful you are going to be. As more creative you are, the more spiritual you're going to be. As more creative you are, the more beautiful and wonderful and rather significant energy you're going to tap in at the same time. And I say this because it's all about this high vibrancy that you haven't felt in a while. And it's most certainly going to be very, very, very rejuvenating at the same time. This is an important moment in time when it comes to the actual, your own personal improvement, personal development, when it comes to your promotion, and most importantly, when it comes to the outcome of the past efforts. It's absolutely remarkable, and the way it's going to happen is just going to be connected to the certain consistent person in your life. Somebody who you appreciate is just going to tell you something at around the same time, some kind of advice, but that advice is also going to be very important to you, because it's just going to confirm something to you at the same time. This is going to happen through someone who knows you really well, through someone who knows you and understands you, and someone who understands you, your karma, your spiritual journey. These people are very much so needed in our lives, because sometimes when we go through things, sometimes, we end up with lots of problems, we end up with issues, and then we kind of like just stay focused, but then again, that particular vibrancy is preventing us to see the whole self-illumination around us. So very often we can maybe go like towards the wrong direction slightly, but then somebody who knows us really well, this is when they can step in really nicely, because they can like really kind of see things that we don't normally see about ourselves, and it happens at the right moment, at the right time. And this is why the people in our lives are very important. The people who are meant to be part of our spiritual journey are so important, because they help us to understand us where we don't normally understand ourselves. And especially when it happens at the right moment, at the right time, it's absolutely everything indeed. You see, it's going to start also like you're going to get like a certain message at around the time when somebody gives you this beautiful advice. It is also going to be like confirmation for you at the same time, but it's important, and it's going to be an important moment in time, because you will know it's time to kind of move on, but it's also going to be the great time to invest into something, to reinvest into your life. Indeed, it's just so significant because also on another hand, it is just basically an important progress that you are going to have. It's also going to be absolutely motivating you. It's going to motivate you so nicely, and then at the same time, it is going to be the good news that you are going to have around about your advancement. It's something that you expected, something that you know it's going to come, something that you wanted to be confirmed to you, but it's going to happen in March, where everything is going to start expanding. I said this is your cycle, this is the beginning of your cycle, and this is your beginning of your new cycle, my gorgeous Sagittarius. So whatever is happening now in March, it is going to take turn, like, oh my God, like there is no tomorrow in December 2020. So December, your time, it's going to be basically completely, absolutely mind-blowing in so many different ways, because everything you do now, it is just going to unfold so beautifully and really quickly already in December. Normally, a little hint is that normally it would take like about a year or a couple of years. But now, because you are doing this at the right moment, at the right time, it's just very important to remember to be as open-minded as you can, to be as adventurous as you can, and to test the water as much as you can throughout the March, because there are going to be lots of different opportunities that you are going to have, lots of different opportunities that you're going to kind of start feeling very much so drawn towards, to that you're not normally drawn towards. And that is your sign from your spirit guide, that is your sign from your guardian angels, and your subconscious mind is going to start pushing you towards the new stage, towards the new journey. And instinctively this is going to be mind-blowing, because at the same time you're going to be very wise, you're going to feel very strong physically and mentally and spiritually, and that, my babies, is going to make you to have this peak of your own personal power, which is also going to bring you promise, which is also going to refresh the new direction, something that you wanted to do in a long time. And now you're going to be able to kind of start finally going through, you're going to have an important beginning with a stage that started some while ago, and it ended up like an unfinished business and you left it behind. Now this is going to come back, and it's going to provide you with a wonderful opportunity as well this month, and this is all going to be part of this absolutely wonderful picture. Indeed, it is just, you're going to find yourself in March, you're going to find yourself on a rather advanced level, and also it is just, as I said, is what you expected, but it's just basically it is going to be much better, because there is a hidden little option going to become rather relevant here, and it's so important because a significant ability of yours, you're going to recognize something very important about yourself, very, very important. By the time we get to the end of this March, it's this ability. It's just going to scream to come out of you. It's just a certain part of you that you need to brush up on, you need to use, you need to start, you need to begin. This is all about your own spirituality enhancement, allowing your spirit to evolve on a completely different level by testing the water and by following instinctively what you feel drawn to, what you feel drawn towards. It's so important because it's just so significant, because on another hand, this is going to become the beginning of an adventure, which is also going to make you feel so enthusiastic, the return of the enthusiasm that is just going to make you feel so good about yourself. And also it's going to help you to look at things from a slightly different angle, and that in itself is going to bring you a new initiative when it comes to the actual new option with like unlimited possibilities, but most certainly an important obstacle it's going to come up at the same time, and that obstacle is going to require from you to basically just kind of rethink and reevaluate a certain situation that was actually slowing you down. But most certainly it is the determination that is going to let you know what you need to change slightly about your journey, because there is going to be a slight change that you are going to have at the same time, and this is also going to reflect beautifully on you and beautifully on people around you, beautifully on people in your family, if you have got a family, on your on your best friends and things like that. that. This is going to be important moment in time because you're going to do something, and that is only going to come also to you because you are reaching a very relevant and very important stage in your life. Absolutely remarkable. When it comes to the actual health, you know, this is quite good because I need to tell you that, you know, when it comes to energy levels, this is going to be brilliant because this is going to be the return of energy, and you are going to find yourself like achieving quite a lot, you know, this month, like really a lot, to be quite honest with you. So the energy is going to be remarkable in many different ways, but I do need you to take like something like for your bones, like a vitamin D, natural source of vitamin D. It would be fantastic. I would need you to take also like a calcium, magnesium and zinc. Calcium and magnesium are going to help with your bones and with your muscles as well, and I need you to take zinc alongside, again, organic acerola cherry powder. I know I talk about it all the time, I'm sorry, but it's a natural form of vitamin C that I know that you're going to benefit from like so much throughout March, because you're going to be prone to cold and flu a little bit. So this is why organic acerola cherry powder, if you take 1 little teaspoon, mix it up with the water the first thing in the morning and the first thing at night, and this is going to give you a wonderful amount of vitamin C, which is going to protect you. Zinc, what I mentioned before, is going to be absolutely wonderful in combination with vitamin C for that as well. Also, on another hand, what else I was going to say, keep on taking like a natural deodorant without aluminium. It needs to be aluminium free because you're going to be sensitive to aluminium. Inside your gums, you're also going to have a sensitivity still again, which means that you're going to need to keep, if you didn't do it by now, because I already said this, I've seen this before when it comes to Imago Sagittarini. So if you didn't see this before, it will be very important for you to change your mouthwash and the toothpaste into fluoride free. Very important, and that is going to help you quite a lot. And I would suggest like a toothpaste, like a tea tree and aloe vera combination is fine, and like for example like a mouthwash as well, like a tea tree and aloe vera. Of course, both needs to be like a fluoride free. And when it comes to the healing inside your mouth, organic acerola cherry powder, which is going to provide you with so much vitamin C, it's also going to help you with your gum healing. Very important. Try to avoid sugar as much as you can if you can, and if you can maybe have like something like if you really want sugar, like try to have something like a stevia, natural sugar stevia. It's much better than the actual sugar, okay, because sugar is like full of chemicals and it's not really that good for you, obviously. But a stevia would be much better, or maybe just a little bit of organic honey, for example, you know, if you need to have a sugar. But try to like kind of avoid sugar because it's going to be making you sensitive a little bit. Okay, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, then you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. My gorgeous Sagittarini. So now, going on the very first date that is going to be quite important for you, my babies, it's actually going to be on the 4th of March. Now, the 4th of March, it's going to be a little bit weird day, because there is going to be a bit of like a kind of somebody is going to get on your nerves a little bit, and that is just going to kind of it's going to make you think about something that you wouldn't normally think about. But this is purely because there is going to be like a certain conflicting influence that you are going to have. This is not as much about like argument or like some kind of battle or something like that. No, baby, no. This is a little bit of conflicting influence that you are going to have through someone, with someone, and this is actually going to be such a good moment in time indeed, because the little kitty inside you is going to come out. I say little kitty inside you is going to come out. Cats are very smart, they're very clever, they're amazing animals, and they just live in this world and in the spirit world at the same time. They can understand so much, they can feel so much, they can sense so much, and this is exactly your kitty moment that you're going to have, because that conflict is going to help you to open, not a conflict, but conflicting influence, you know. It's going to help you to open your eyes. It's going to help you to understand a certain path, and most certainly it's going to redirect you a little bit, because otherwise you wouldn't find yourself in this direction. You wouldn't find yourself in this dimension. This is going to bring a little bit of indecisive situation, but most certainly it's not going to last that long. It's going to bring something very important in you, and it's going to become an important moment in time when it comes to your own spiritual awakening, and it's about to bring a whole new perspective perspective here and a whole new focus. This is going to be an important day when it comes to you feeling very responsible about yourself, very responsible about your life, and very responsible about certain part of your life. Very responsible about certain part of your life. You're going to start understanding things you couldn't understand. You're going to start feeling things here that you couldn't feel. And this is all part of this amazing picture. This is all part of this progress. This is all part of this new month. This is all part of this energy that is actually going to bring this fantastic realization. Okay? You will basically, this is going to get you to reevaluate your current situation a little bit as well. But on another hand, ooh la la, it's brilliant because it's all about the wise moment. You're going to be very wise on this day. Oh my God, you're going to feel very wise, you know, and you are going to feel like very much so like to explore things that you wouldn't normally want to explore. You want to tap into the waters that you wouldn't want to tap into the waters. This is because you're going to be highly penetrated within your mind, and this is nothing unusual. This is because you will know immediately that there is a promise coming in that part of your life where you didn't think that there is going to be any continuation whatsoever. This is the time of your rebirth, so it's basically also going to be the start of an important invocation here. As I said, there is going to be a serene knowledge that you are going to have. On one hand, you know, certain common sense is going to be like very much so be pushing you through, you know, certain common sense. But then again, that is just going to be really important because you're going to have a hidden emotion, you know, within you. It's going to come out. It's going to come out to the surface like a little butterfly, and it's wonderful because this is also going to be your own beginning of your own transformation. At the same time, you know, it's going to be so good because it's going to help you to analyze yourself from a slightly different angle, indeed. And this analyzation that you're going to have, it's going to be everything because it's going to help you to confirm something to yourself. But it's about a hidden emotion, something that is going to come out, but it's going to help you so much to kind of like illuminate the whole situation, because it's at the same time it's going to be responsible for the shift of energy that you are going to have, but also most importantly about practicality and what was restraining you, what was bringing you down, what was draining your energy. There was an excess energy drainage that it was actually caused by here, and at the same time you will become aware of the little danger situation that could have arisen if you didn't go towards this road, if you didn't go towards this dimension. You see, it's very important because by the time we get to the last part of that day, you know, by the time we get to the end of the actual 4th of March, you're going to be aware of the certain little danger, like not a terrible danger, but an unknown situation that could have kind of caused a little danger. So that's absolutely brilliant. And also suddenly you will perceive the unknown. Just remember, the reflection from the past, it's going to bring you an insight. The reflection from the past, it's going to bring you an insight. So something that is going to travel from your past, it's going to be keep on refreshing your memory. At the same time, you will be keep on coming backwards and forwards when it comes to your past and when it comes to things that you used to do in your past. But just when I say backwards and forwards, you will, without you realizing, every time when your subconscious mind takes over, they're going to be the things that were from your past are going to be keep on popping into your mind. And one of these things, this is what's going to happen. It's a connection, rather strong indeed, but this is what is going to happen. It is going to be the reflections from one particular reflection from the past. It's going to make sense like there is no tomorrow, my babies. And it's not only going to bring a missing puzzle into your life, but it's just going to literally change everything indeed. Now it's time, and this is going to lead towards an amazing change in your life. And also it's just going to help you, like, you know, to have an important conclusion, and that in itself is just going to bring you solace and healing almost immediately. So you will know, my babies, that this is going to be quite important month then and there. Okay, I highly recommend you to get something like, you see this gorgeous moldavite, probably one of the most powerful crystals you can actually get out there. This moldavite, it's incredible when it comes to our spirituality. It's incredible when it comes to protection, incredible when it comes to the actual guidance. You know, when we need something to guide us us to the right path. In case if you feel like a little bit undecisive and things like that, Moldavite, it's absolutely perfect. But it's very important when it comes to our spiritual growth. It's very important when it comes to our spirit guides, our guardian angels, you know, to connect and reconnect to our own situation and feel it from a different angle. On the other hand, it's amazing when it comes to all the chakras, of course, and also it's absolutely incredible when it comes to prosperity, when it comes to like attracting like good fortune, when it comes to communication, when it comes to communication breakdown, when it comes to expressing ourselves, when it comes to expressing our feelings, when it comes to talking to people that are making us feel like, oh God, I don't know, you know, this is absolutely brilliant. I highly suggest you to wear Moldavite throughout March and April, because this is going to be the time of growth, and this is going to make the situation and your energy even more vibrant indeed. This gorgeous Moldavite comes with a sterling silver setting you see around this little wire, and also sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel, my gorgeous Sagittarians, as well. The second important date is going to be on the 14th of March. Oh, on the 14th of March, I like it because there is going to be the specific goal that is going to be revealed, and that specific goal that is going to be revealed, it's also going to make you feel so creative. And this is because this is going to be very important when it comes to boost of your own radiance. Very, very important indeed. And you will want to kind of reflect yourself to actually learn. This is very important day for learning. Very important day. Whatever you do, wherever you want to go, whatever you want to achieve, the 14th of March, it's going to give you the ability to actually expand your mind so much. You will find yourself in a very, very deep water in the best possible way, but these deep waters are going to be crystal clear, so therefore you will be able to dive much deeper, much further, and you will be able to understand yourself or your situation from a completely different point of view. This is important because something is going to be revealed to you, but most certainly when it comes to deep concentration and application, you see, it's to do with the reflection, respect for knowledge, and desire to learn new things and new ideas. This is going to be so good because at the same time there is going to be the confirmation that you're going to have about the good news, good news confirmation about something completely different. It's going to be a sign about a relevant situation, about a relevant direction, and it's all going to happen at the right moment, at the right time, and you will see exactly what I mean. And this is an important day to take things on another level. Okay, what else I was going to say, that the 14th of March is going to bring you an amazing accomplishment, absolutely fantastic, and that accomplishment is going to shake you baby, to the point where you're going to get like this confidence, and this confidence is also going to be so important because it's just going to be a significant and relevant part of you which is going to push you towards unlimited possibilities. It's fantastic. I really like this indeed. The third important date, of course, my gorgeous Sagittarians, it's going to be in March the 30th, okay? In March the 30th is going to be very good because it's March the 30th, you're going to have a very quite significant stage when it comes to you, but this is most certain when it comes to great skill and when it comes to the actual something that is going to be in demand when it comes to you, but this is going to mean to you so much. Something is going to be needed from you, from the right people, and this is going to be absolutely everything to you because it is just going to also help you to reach an understanding about yourself and understanding about your journey. And this is going to be so important because it's just going to be connected to you're going to be told something and it's going to be incredible, and that is also going to let you know that it's time to explore. An important moment in time, it's going to happen also like out of the blue. You're going to find yourself being part of the situation on the 30th of March, and you're going to surprise yourself because you will not expect this dimension, you will not expect this direction, you will not expect to be surrounded by the certain people, but most certainly it is also going to be quite interesting the way things are going to unfold because something is going to be needed from you. You're going to be asked something, but then you're going to lose yourself in the peak of in the deepness and at the peak of your like subconscious mind. You know, at the same time you're going to be able to be so wise here, and you are going to surprise yourself in the the best possible way. And this is all part of these changes. This is all part of this wonderful harmonious energy that you are going to have, and it's just part of the resolution of the problem that it's also going to be very important here, because conclusion is going to bring you satisfactory result indeed, but it's to do with the compromise. There's a big important compromise that you are going to take on this particular day, and that compromise is going to be so important because it's going to bring you the whole new inspiration, and it's going to change absolutely everything in the best possible way, because it's going to bring you Vavumish energy where you want to have a Vavumish energy. It's going to help you to be so optimistic, and that, my gorgeous Sagittarius, you're absolutely super powerful when it comes to your energy, when it comes to your ambition and all these things. And when you get things right, like a work-life balance and spirituality and work and everything together, is absolutely, you are unstoppable, you are unbreakable, and this is going to be a moment, this is going to be a time to shine. You're also going to prove something very important to yourself on this day and to other people around you as well, because you're going to have a control over situation, strength, ooh la la, courage, power, determination. It's going to be mind-blowing, and this is coming through your own confidence. And this is why I say, once you have this balance, nothing can stop you. It's so important because it's leading towards an important accomplishment, and you are also going to do something very significant, something very beautiful for somebody in your life, somebody who needs you, somebody who loves you, somebody who's part of your life. You will do something quite wonderful for them on this particular day as well, and you're going to love it. And karmically, this is going to be incredible for you, your spiritual journey, and for your personal spiritual evolvement indeed. On another hand, what else I quite recommend you is look at this Labradorite. Absolutely fantastic. I suggest you to have this around you in March, okay, and April as well. It's important because it's good when it comes to your own transformation. It's good when you're going through changes, when you go through the changes when you didn't actually expect them, but good changes that can also like kind of drain energy a little bit. So this really protects you because it balances you, it protects your aura, but it also raises your consciousness, okay? And this is so important because it will ground spiritual energies at the same time, and it's something that you're going to find quite beneficial. Okay, if you would like to get this gorgeous Labradorite palm stone, you can get this from my website, and the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Sagittarius, you're also supporting my channel as well. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Sagittarius, the very first part of March is just going to be really your homecoming time. Maybe you felt a little bit lost within the last few weeks, within the last few months. Maybe you just kind of lost your connection. Maybe you lost your Vavumish feeling when it comes to your ambition, when it comes to your optimism. And this happens when we just stay on the journey, we stay committed to the task at hand, and sometimes, you know, the energy gets drained because very slowly we are reaching an important conclusion, an important ending, but also most certainly quite absolutely mind-blowing beginning at the same time. That's why I'm saying that the beginning of March is going to be the time of your homecoming, the time of relationships, the time of connections and reconnections. You can expect some rather Vavumish people who are going to enter your life at the beginning of March, and they are most certainly going to play an important role later on. It is the big change that you will be able to start focusing on when it comes to your home and when it comes to your immediate environment indeed. And also the certain obstacle will come to an end. Now this is so important because this is going to reflect on your home, this is going to reflect on yourself, this is going to reflect on your life in general, and that in itself, it's also going to be important because it's going to allow you to think further. It's going to allow you to expand your mind. It's going to allow you to make an important planning when it comes to future. But it's not like oh, future like in 10 years time. No, baby, no. It's an important planning which is also going to become an absolutely remarkable, mind-blowing starting point when it comes to new beginning, which is just going to become a very illuminated, highly illuminated direction, and you're going to be follow this like there is no tomorrow, my lord, and things are going to start happening so quick. after this moment in time. You know, it is going to be like a little bit of this disappointment, because there is going to be somebody at the beginning of March who is going to be draining your energy, somebody who wants you to move away from, somebody very controlling. Do you know who this is? Somebody controlling in your life. This could be somebody around you. This could be somebody at your work, you know. This could be somebody where you go, you know, on daily basis if you're retired, you know. But it's the person who is very controlling, very draining, and I don't like this person at all, because it's a very dark and negative energy. Dark energy in there, it's the actual energy. No, do you know what I mean? The dark energy, not very beautiful, not positive, you know, very, very low. So now what's going to happen really wonderful, that somebody who's like your guru or your spiritual teacher will tell you something, not directly, but it's going to travel towards you, and you will kind of be prepared to this particular situation, because it's going to happen to you at the right moments in time. It's going to like kind of like keep on ringing in your mind, like, oh no, it's some kind of response to this. It's just going to be very much so obvious to do, and it's so important because it's going to come from a spiritual guru. But most importantly, that person who's draining your energy, that person who's controlling, it's very toxic. It's a toxic energy, toxic person, toxic environment, and this is all part of this process and change of energy that you are going to have and start feeling here right from the beginning of the March. Very important, because it's going to make you feel a little bit indecisive, but by the time we get to the mid part of March, you're going to make an important decision. Just remember, the decision that you are going to make, it's also going to move you away from the negative person and a negative situation and rather toxic environment as well. Very important, because it's going to on one hand finish and stop an important obstacle, but on another hand, in particular when it comes to the future planning, you see, this was affecting you, so this is going to cause you to make a change, an important change. You will see exactly what I mean. And this was preventing you to flourish, this was preventing you to explore, this was preventing you to kind of have your own transformation, to become your own butterfly. So this is most certainly going to become your own butterfly moment indeed, because it's going to allow you to make a plan for the future. Okay, important. And now you will know that this is actually becoming a very significant stage of your own completion. Now, absolutely success, beautiful, absolutely remarkable. You are going to reward yourself here, but also at the same time you're gonna be quite, oh my god, something is going to be offered to you at the same time. As I say, please be open-minded. Yes or no, yes or no. The answer will be yes. The answer will be yes. Be open-minded as much as you can, because this is going to help you to live your life. This is going to help you to set yourself free. This is going to help you to release yourself from those negative like feelings and energies that were holding you down and preventing you to move on. It's very important to remember to stay committed to the task at hand. My Guru Sagittarius, stay assertive. You know, it is a very important synchronicity with someone in the mid-March that is going to have absolutely remarkable influence on you, and it's going to help you in all this situation, because it's going to help you to see your own clear perspective so much clearer by being you, by doing things that you want to do, and by being free spirit as much as you can. It's just so brilliant, because you know, you really need to remember, just do whatever comes to you, my gorgeous Sagittarius, but in particular in the last week of March, this is going to be the time of discovery, rediscovery, and most certainly the time of your personal radiance and advancement at the same time. By you being you, my Lord, you're going to attract the adventure. By you being you, you're just going to start so many changes like there is no tomorrow. It's so important to understand this, because it is also going to be a very explorative moment that you're going to have. The last part of March is just going to make you wonder, and it's going to make you think, you know, and to reevaluate the current situation, and it's going to be very deep, you know, very deep in such an amazing way, and suddenly you're going to find yourself like really wanting to make big changes around you, wanting to do big changes around you. This is so important, because there is going to be the justice moment that you're also going to have at the end of March. You know, if you've been waiting for certain justice, my gorgeous Sagittarius, this is brilliant. It's yours, especially if you thought that somebody did something wrong to you terribly karmically in the past, most certainly you are going to a karmically beautiful reward. On another hand, it is just a moment of justice. Also, if you're waiting for some kind of justice, if you're waiting for someone to decide something for you, it is going to be decided in your favor. And if you would like to start some kind of process of justice or some kind of negotiation even, the last part of March is going to be mind-blowing as well, because it's going to be quite victorious time for you, and you're going to achieve so much more than you would normally achieve, like absolutely mind-blowing moment in time. And you know what? I will tell you something, my gorgeous Sagittarians. In March 2020 and December 2020 are going to be equally important when it comes to your personal development. Absolutely remarkable. Make sure that you pay attention to what is the very first thing on your mind in the morning. I spoke to you about it before. It's not only like, oh yeah, what's the very first thing on my mind in the morning? No, baby, no. It is when we go to sleep, we expand our mind. You know, when we are aware of things, only the certain part of our mind is working, only the certain percentage. When we go to sleep, our full mind is working, and you know what? It's ridiculously powerful. We have astral projections all the time. We are doing all sorts of things. We are traveling while we are sleeping. It's amazing what you can actually do. But it's just basically that we don't remember the next day, or sometimes we do remember. The most of the time we don't remember. But my point is that this energy is allowing us to expand our mind, expand our memory, expand our knowledge, and we are getting all sorts of sacred informations. So see in the last week of March, what is the very first thing on your mind? Because something very important is going to be revealed to you. On one hand, something very important, suddenly, oh, you should pay attention to this. And it's like, oh my God, pay attention. Please, Sagittarini, pay attention. What is going to be important for you to pay attention to at the end of March? On another hand, it's also going to be pinpointed like this. Suddenly it's going to come. So one important thing is going to be revealed. And the second thing is going to come through as... you're going to wake up in the last, please don't forget this. It's important to go with the flow, to go with the sync, baby, go with the sync. And it's important because this is going to be, the second thing that's going to be revealed in the last week, it's going to be sacred also, but it's going to come with a little tricky, bitty. Now, I say this because it's going to come in a form of like, oh, go and wash your car, or go and wash the window, or, oh, I should just, wash the table, I should just put clothes to wash, anything that comes to you. It can sound like bizarre, it can sound like just everyday things that you do. Baby, no, it's not just everyday. This is what your spirit guides, what your guardian angels are trying to push you towards. You see, your subconscious mind is trying to prepare you to go towards something, but they want to do this very gently, because something else is going to be revealed to you through a completely different illumination, which is going to require from you to tap into it by doing something that you do on a daily basis like that, completely normal. But what does that mean? If you have a message like, oh, go and wash the car, for example, then you go and do that. When you have a coffee, you have a tea, you have a water, whatever you do in the morning, then later you're going, like, let's say, wash the car. And that is also going to be the sacred information that you're going to get through that. It's all about following it through, all about doing it, all about allowing yourself to be part of that dimension, and something is going to take place, something is going to happen. Remember, my babies, through your own creativity, something absolutely mind-blowing is going to be revealed to you at the same time, but it's going to happen like you're going to get a message, you're going to get a news, or you're going to have some kind of breakthrough while you're talking about, while you're cleaning, for example, while you're washing your car. It's all about tapping into this energy and understanding it and finding yourself on a completely different side of the spiritual bridge that is going to provide you with two ridiculously powerful opportunities that you wouldn't normally have. Oh my God, incredible. The last part of March is going to bring you an amazing, incredible, mind-blowing inspiration, and you will realize the potential. Just remember the potential, Sagittarinis. At the end of the month, it is going to be obvious indeed, and it's so much so to do with a choice that you wouldn't normally have, and it's just going to be an important time of your own luxury and culmination, that your period and stage that you are going to have. And also, on another hand, your input is pretty much going to be needed needed. There's going to be the problem that is going to be going on within your family at the end of March, and it's going to require your input. It's going to require your energy. It's going to require your power. It's going to be sacred and very important for you to make a certain adjustment indeed. Okay, Sagittarius, my babies, I'm just going to shuffle these cards. Oh my Lord. 7,000 cards are on the floor, on the table. Just dropped only 7,000 cards. No, just joking. I'm just going to shuffle these cards, my gorgeous Sagittarius, and I'm going to see what's going to happen with those of you in relationships. In relationships. Ooh la la! Look at this. An incredible Ace of Coins. Look at this. Absolutely incredible moment in time and beautiful new beginning you're actually going to have. Just remember, it's something that you both wanted to do. It's going to happen. Something that you both wanted to make, it's going to happen. Some kind of things are going to take a quite unusual and different turn, and this is going to be really good. And all I want to say is just remember to stay committed to the tasks in hand and things like that. But this is going to be really nice surprise that you're going to have. Financially, this is going to be basically really good. Financially, you can expect an important improvement, and this is going to literally change your life. It is not going to happen at the beginning of March, but it's most certainly going to happen towards the end of the March. You know, you are both going to be on a completely, you're going to be set on such a journey when it comes to doing something you wanted to do in such a long time, but the security, power, finances maybe didn't allow you. This is going to be an important month, my gorgeous Sagittarius, when you're both going to make absolutely remarkable decision, and you will both want this, you will like this, and this is going to change and improve your lives. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect to those of you Sagittarius that are single and ready to mingy. Absolutely remarkable moment in time, my gorgeous Sagittarius. You know, I can tell you that there is someone quite interesting that you're actually going to meet this month, okay? Very, very interesting indeed. I can see you going out. I can see you having lots of great time. I can see you flirting, and I can see you that you're gonna feel like you're having the return of the old year. What does that mean? You will see exactly what does that mean throughout the March, because you will feel very naughty, very mischievous, but in the very best possible way. It's time to enjoy yourself. It's time to have a great time. It's time to go and meet as many people as you can. There are very important people that you're going to meet this month, my gorgeous Sagittarius. Your energy is going to be beautiful. This is going to be a very vibrant moment, so you will be able to project beautiful radiance, and also people who you want to feel this and sense this, my babies, they will be able to feel this and sense this in many different ways indeed. So you will be able to manipulate this in a certain way, but in the best possible way indeed. This is a good manipulation of your own energy, for example. But one person in particular, it's going to be very beautiful, and it's going to stand out. Somebody very beautiful, honest, very powerful, very devoted, very interesting, very educated, somebody who is coming from a very good family, and somebody who has got such an amazing energy, and somebody who's making you feel like rather vavavumish, and you're going to make them feel rather vavavumish at the same time. So there is someone very special that you're actually going to meet, okay? And immediately you're going to feel really good, and immediately you will feel like you want to spend more time with that person. You will see exactly what I mean, my gorgeous Sagittarius, indeed. I just want to say to you, go out as much as you can and enjoy yourself. It's about enjoyment. It's about rediscovering yourself and living your life, but also at the same time meeting some absolutely vavavumish people indeed. Not only for lovey-lovey, but also in general, some very important people you're going to meet this month who are going to become an integral part of your spiritual journey indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarius, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessing. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Sagittarius. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Love you, Sagittarini. Bye.